Tesla has officially begun producing its 2023 model year vehicles. Although Tesla does not conform to the traditional auto manufacturing ways of waiting each year to add a new feature, they seem to be recently doing manufacturing for next year's model year when the current year is coming to an end. Currently as it stands, they have started 2023 production for the Model X and the Model 3, but the Model S and the Model Y are still on the 2022 model year. Traditional auto manufacturers heavily advertise each new model year's features when it's time for the new year's switch. Manufacturers typically wait a year to make changes so that the new model year with the new features stands out from the outgoing model. For Tesla, however, this is not the case. When Tesla has a new feature or an improvement, they just simply roll it out without an announcement and at any time they wish. But the Model Y does have a lot of new features that are speculated to come out in the coming months. So in this video, I'll be going over exactly what those new rumored features and improvements are and how likely they are to be rolled out in the coming months. And some of these features may be worthwhile to quite possibly wait around for. Before we get into the new things coming up, I just want to briefly provide some examples of Tesla adding new features in the past, or in some cases, quite frankly, removing some features. Some examples of this include in 2021 when Tesla removed radar from their vehicles. They did this because they were transitioning to an all-vision based autopilot system. When questioned to why not use both vision and radar in conjunction with one another, Elon stated that pure vision is much better than radar plus vision. And that's because combining both creates too much ambiguity. Other instances of Tesla changing things up recently in the Model Y is this new door trim change. The Model 3 saw this change first, but now it's on the Model Y. This small change is the dash extending to the door trim, and this is either wood if you go for the black interior or white if you go for the white interior. The white panels of the white interior on both the front and the back doors are now this black Alcantara material regardless of the interior color you choose. Some people like this design change while others don't. In my opinion, I just see it as a cost-cutting method for now. It is easier to manufacture and ship out only one type of door panel, with the only difference being the small extended portion of the dash that is either wood with a black interior and white with a white interior. Some other examples of small improvements Tesla has made this past year without announcing and waiting for the next model year are transitioning from the lead-acid 12-volt auxiliary battery to the lithium-ion auxiliary battery. New heated windshield wipers are also new, along with the AMD Ryzen chip, Michelin all-season tires for the performance trim, the HEPA filter, a cargo cover, and some other new things here and there. Now the most recent thing Tesla has announced is that they are removing the 12 ultrasonic sensors. The approach of Tesla removing radar in favor of Tesla Vision was a very bold move last year. People said it was a bad idea and that it could not be done, but it didn't take long before safety organizations tested the vision-only features and improved them. Now Tesla has announced that it will move forward even further with a vision-only setup by eliminating ultrasonic sensors from its cars. Much like the situation with the removal of radar, Tesla will certainly face some pushback here. The car's safety features will also need to be retested and improved all over again, since the systems will be working differently. This means its cars will likely lose various awards and/or recommendations until after they are proven to work as intended without the ultrasonic sensors. We do know that there are new features that are rumored to be coming out for the 2023 model year. This is where it gets a bit frustrating that Tesla does not use model years to indicate when a new feature is coming out. However, the rumored new features and improvements that are highly anticipated will quite literally make the Model Y the perfect vehicle. These features could be anything from an air suspension, ventilated cooled seats, a powered front trunk, the removal of steering wheel stalks, and a few more features that you may not be expecting. In Tesla's latest pursuit of minimalist design, it has been reported that the 2023 Model 3 and Model Y will lose the steering wheel column stalks in favor of steering wheel-based controls. The report comes from Chris Zhang, who is supposedly in touch with Tesla suppliers, and he claims that the new controls will be the same style as the ones currently found in the Model S. Should that be the case, the left stalks features, which include the turn signals, high beams, and windshield wiper controls, would likely be integrated into touch-sensitive buttons on either side of the left scroll wheel. Likewise, the right stalks responsibilities, which include changing gears, enabling autopilot, and activating the emergency brake, would be located adjacent to the respective scroll wheel on the right. There's also the chance that some of these features could leave the wheel altogether and instead be integrated into the infotainment screen. One of these will likely be the gear selector, as it already calls the screen its home on the Model S, due to the car's auto shift function that predicts which gear it will need to shift into ahead of time. Now thankfully, the Model 3 and the Model Y are not expected to receive the Model S's controversial yoke. Rather, it's believed that they will receive the same round steering wheel that is seen in the new Tesla Semi photos. Since the main claimed benefit of the yoke was better gauge cluster visibility, the lack of a cluster in the Model 3 and the Model Y have no real use case other than an aesthetic. The removal of gear stalks has a high probability of happening since Tesla has already done this with the new Model S and the Model X, and they can easily integrate it into the production of the Model 3 and the Model Y. Though keep in mind that Tesla has not yet made an official statement on this matter yet, and it has not been confirmed that it will be coming out for the 2023 model year. There is a new report regarding a powered front trunk, or frunk, coming to the Model Y. A recently released update of Tesla's mobile app suggests that they could add a powered front trunk to their vehicles. Now this stems from Tesla adding a close animation to the frunk, indicating that the powered frunks may be right around the corner. The website Not a Tesla App found a new update that shows a closing animation of the frunk in the most recent software update. In previous versions of the app, version 4.11.2, there was only an open animation. Tapping on the frunk quick action button again did not close it. However, with version 4.12, tapping on the frunk button again will close the frunk, at least in the visualization. In this app update, Tesla also removed the confirmation to open the frunk when you are in close proximity of the vehicle, which could lead to accidental openings. Since Tesla does not currently offer a powered frunk option, many owners have taken it upon themselves to add one to their vehicle, and I made a video where I installed one myself on my long-range Model Y. I'll link that video in the description for you to check out. This speculated update of Tesla adding a powered frunk is a much needed update for Tesla because all of the competitors that are currently coming out with an EV already have a powered frunk. A powered frunk just makes it easier and simpler to load things into your vehicle and quite frankly just access the frunk. If Tesla adds a powered frunk, it will alleviate the hassle of having to properly close the frunk every time you access it. Right now, you can't simply slam it shut or even close it with one hand without risking damaging it. You have to place your hands on the sides of the T logo and gently close it shut. Another cool thing that could be coming to the Model Y is Steam integration for in-car gaming. Elon is a busy guy, but even he takes time to play video games. Just last month, Elon stated that on Twitter that he is testing out Steam integration. Currently as it stands, Tesla's gaming does not quite compare to Steam with only about 20 games available, and most of these are classics. However, the integration could put Tesla's gaming platform light years ahead. In fact, the new Model S and Model X have a gaming computer that keeps pace with the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X. The new system has 10 teraflops of processing power. A teraflop is a computer world's version of horsepower, and yes, 10 is a lot. The PlayStation 5 has 10.28 teraflops, and for those keeping score, the PlayStation 4 has 1.84 teraflops. For anyone who has played the two consoles, you can attest to noticing immediately the difference those additional 8 teraflops provide. Elon wants Tesla to be the most fun you have in a car. By adding this kind of computer power to the Model S and Model X, he ensures that the system can handle the top-end video games. With Tesla adding these sorts of specs to the Model S and Model X, it won't be too long before they trickle into the Model 3 and Model Y. We've seen this happen when Tesla first introduced the AMD Ryzen chip to the Model S and Model X in 2021. Now, all new Model 3s and Model Ys come standard with this extremely powerful and capable AMD Ryzen chip. Steam integration is right around the corner, and when they integrate it into the Model Y, it'll make the vehicle just that much better. You'll be able to use the center screen of your vehicle to play your favorite console and PC games with ease. The air suspension and ventilated cooled seats have been heavily speculated for the Model Y for a couple of years now. Ever since Sandy Munro did a teardown of the Model Y, he found that there is ample enough space for Tesla to add an air suspension for the Model Y. It's always a possibility to happen eventually. There have been zero indications of it happening right now though, and changes tend to happen outside of the US before here, so adding an air suspension does not seem like something that is happening within the next couple months at least. Currently as it stands, only the Model S and Model X have the air suspension, and also the Cybertruck will have the air suspension. So this may be at the bottom of the list for happening for the Model Y for the foreseeable future. While ventilated seats are among the features that distinguish the flagship Model S and Model X from the mainstream Model 3 and Model Y, Tesla does have a tendency to introduce some of its flagship vehicle features to the mass market cars. Among the most notable of these was Bioweapon Defense Mode, which was previously exclusive to the Model S and Model X. This feature, which allows the vehicle to maintain hospital-grade air inside the cabin, was eventually rolled out to the Model Y. The ventilated seats would be a nice feature for many, but for this to happen, the seats would need to be perforated. And this is because ventilated seats involve either blowing cool air or ambient air into the seat's perforations. At some point, unless if the price keeps escalating, the 3 and the Y cannot have all the features of the S and the X. People want an air suspension and other expensive stuff added to the less expensive line of Tesla vehicles. Tesla is a company known for incrementally improving its vehicles over time. These new features for the Model Y would be really nice things to get for the 2023 model year. As far as other things go, still no major updates on the 4680 battery cells in the structural battery pack for the Model Y. It's still being produced in low volume at Giga Texas. But we may not even see any of the other new features or improvements I went over in this video, so it's best to simply place your order for Model Y today and enjoy it when it gets delivered. Tesla is always innovating and adding new features, so if you try to wait for the next best thing, you'll be waiting for a long time since new things keep coming out over and over again. And as always, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to drop a like, hit that subscribe button, and tick that notification bell to not miss a video. I have a lot of really cool videos coming out soon, and I do not want you to miss out on any of them. What are your thoughts on these rumored new features for the Model Y? Comment them down below. And as always, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.